So as usual, I want answers. So I continue to watch videos, read whatever I need to do to find out more of what it is that I need to know about what I'm experiencing. So I watched a video yesterday and they mentioned the Higgs boson. The Higgs boson, I believe is how you say it. Or was I reading? I might have been reading. No, I think I was reading because I think I wrote it down verbatim. So, yeah, no, I was reading. Anyway, and then they mentioned the Higgs field. And the way that I summed it up based on the way they were explaining it is it's essentially resistance or like a rough road, so to speak. So it's there's movement, there's shift, there's something going on. But the Higgs boson, I'm sure that's how it is. The Higgs boson it's a fundamental particle or quantum excitation, of the Higgs field itself. So it essentially, I had to look up excitation, of course. But it is kind of how it sounds, like the excitation, because you're moving with an energy kind of thing. So it's literally a choice to move is what it sounds like, because they know that this energy is happening and there's a reason for the shift, right? Is the way that I see it. I haven't done it. I'll look to confirm a lot of my words. That's the way I work. But sometimes I happen to speak it before I confirm it. So it is what it is. Anyway, it says it's created when the field is disturbed. So I guess I'm not wrong. But maybe it's not necessarily coming from, they're just identifying with this. The way they write it, it's almost like they take ownership, and it's almost too much. You know what I mean? Because it's not about the ownership. They're doing science, figuring shit out, right? You don't want to own everything you see, because it doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's something not good, and you don't know that yet, right? Because I think a lot of this really is not good, and if you could just pay attention to some of what I'm going through, you might understand that. Anyway, similar to a ripple on the surface of water. So it certainly will create a domino effect or a cause and effect of some sort. So there's something, right? Anyway, so when I think about my situation and the thought of this explanation, it's essentially what they're doing in there. So I think some people have been introduced to some of what exists in the universe without understanding, and they made it something. They saw it as something. They created something from it. And there's more than just one. Like it's not just one thing that's going on. And I only know this because, unfortunately, I had to touch on multiple different. And I say unfortunately because right here, I don't want this coming back on me. So if you feel the need to search, can you stop? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I am human. Multiple things going through as if, why is this? What else to get to? Interesting. Anyway, like I said, maybe it wasn't about, maybe consciousness needed to be talked about so that someone like myself could come to this. I don't think this was ever being discovered through the physicist, and I don't think this was ever being discovered through the hospitals. I don't think it was being discovered through a lot of things. Do I think that they might have if they had tried to understand instead of put a name on something? Maybe. More could have been done in the medical field. I think it needs a lot of work. I've spent some time in the mental ward at my hospital, and let me tell you, I didn't feel that they helped. There were a few that seemed to really try to ask questions, and some felt like they were good questions at the time and stuff, but they don't have the right questions. They're not getting out of us what they need, because they need to understand, they need to believe in other things and not just think that the medicine has all of the answer. They need to see other things play a part in this universe. And it's kind of, a lot of it's disgusting. Not entirely your fault, but then it kind of is, because you hear other things and you snub your nose at it, is one way of putting it for certain. But then there's other ways to look at it too. It's not just about snubbing. So I come on the fucking D. Shit, somebody spoke. A couple of different. So I keep offering more explanation, and then they're limited, because a lot of what they're doing, they should never have been doing in the first place. So I guess that's why I keep talking. But if I'm still putting up with this stuff in 2027, friggin' right, I'm taking the out. I plan it for my birthday in 2027. Friggin' right, comes in March, just in time. Boom. Take care of her. Because I'm so tired. This has been a long time. And my days are like, no, I don't feel a lot of worth in my life. I've got things to consider worth. I don't get to spend time with them. I don't get to be all of myself with them. I don't get to put forward extras. I don't get to build or plan, nothing like that. I don't get any of that. So I've got nothing really. I've been a financial support as best I can. It's about all I've got to offer. That's it. I got nothing else to offer. I've been trying. That was a good song. They were playing it a little while ago. When I said to check stuff out and stuff. And I think I said to check stuff out. I don't remember how it was said. I don't remember. But anyway. Excellent question. I appreciate it. Oh my, a couple of different. Somebody's felt when Pelska, somebody's curious when Pelska in. Somebody's wondering about you heard the no, because I did. Listen back. And again, and again. Somebody knows now. Pelska. Whoa. Somebody's curious. Somebody said. In. That rhymed. Close. I wasn't going to say it because it was close, and then it sounds stupid if I say it. A couple of different. Oh, into my eye, into my eye. Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you mean she saw it? No, she saw it. And somebody spoke. Yes, she felt that. Rape. Somebody wanted to mess around with her. Could you just stop, please? Apparently not. WW. So that's the stuff I do. I make videos, I write stuff down, and I obviously give it the level of attention that you just watched on video. So, yeah. But anyway, so if you could learn something from this, that would be great. I'm pretty certain AI helps a lot with CERN, so please get this back to them.